So this is the architectural diagram. I'll be deploying a simple city weather lookup app to have a simple front-end interface which will be hosted on an S3 bucket. So the user will be able to access it via the S3 website endpoint, and type in your city takes you to the API gateway, will receive it, send it to the Lambda function, which would look it up via the OpenWeather public API, OpenWeatherMap public API, and send the response back to the user interface, and it will be displayed on the front end. So it's a simple architecture, and that's what I'll be doing for this project. This is the code for the front end, the simple web interface. I'll be making adjustments later on. This is how it looks like. Once you just type in your city, you'll click it whether it should. But for now, it has not been configured. Once it's alright, I'll upload it to the S3 bucket, and from there we'll be able to access the weather for the city once everything has been set up. So we'll be setting up API gateway and the Lambda function for it to work. So this is we're creating a Lambda function here, auto from scratch, basic info key, weather info fetcher. It's running on Python, Python 3. Can use the default execution rule to just create a new role with basic Lambda permissions. Create function. Take a second. Okay, here we are. Okay. So this is the code that is here always. I'll be taking this is the code I'll be using. So just copy it. It's a short code. Paste it here. You need an API key, and if you don't have one, you have to create an account here at OpenWeatherMap. So you just create an API key, create an account, get your API key, and be able to use it to access their public API. So let's deploy this. Okay. Successfully, and you can test it. Okay. See test events. Yeah, but you get an error because it's not coming from the query string parameters aren't coming from the API gateway. So it's actually expecting some data from the API. We'll head up there to set that up. But you need your API key for this to work. And that's mostly it, and it will also return the data to the API once it has queried OpenWeather. Yeah. Okay. So let's set the other ones up. So here I am at the API gateway. create any API, but you can test the once you've created you've gotten your API key, you can test it here. So you just go to this link, try any location, a city, put your API key. I'll be removing this API key once I'm done with this tutorial or project explanation. So let's see, Lagos. Yeah, so just proves that it's working. So API gateway. So let's just say REST API build new API. Info. So it's gets the dash to serve a city. So you can just leave it as regional, but each of them have different specifications, should I say. So okay, create API. Yeah, so you can just leave it at this part, default part. Let's create a method. Say this will first a get method, integrating it with a Lambda function. Yes, and since we're in the same region, AF South 1, should be able to pull it up here. Method request settings, you can leave this one as default. Query string parameters. So we need to add query string of city. It's part of the code and part of the integration. Yeah, so I think we've done that. I also need to edit some other things here. Method request. Okay. Yeah, okay. Response. Think. Integration request. We need to edit this. Yeah. Okay, mapping templates. We need to add a mapping template. So this will be our application /JSON. And in the template body, have what you put here. So that's okay. Yeah. Query string parameters. I just copy this, paste it here, and save this. Okay. Then deploy API. We still need to create a stage. I haven't created this stage yet. So I just call it usually is dev test implementation. That's okay. And so I'll create stage. Missing required key. Okay, instead of going this way, I just come back here, deploy API, just create a new stage here. So that's it. Yeah, and we need this invoke URL, very important. Based on the just default settings mostly. Okay. Yeah, so let's get this invoke URL. We'll be taking it to our to replace with your API gateway URL is already there, so Let's see, HTTPS. Get this out. Don't take this away. I'll save this. Okay. Let's see if this is first working. Okay, failed to fetch. I have to do some debugging. So I've gone through it and I realized that there was just one simple mistake of not enabling calls. So make sure these are allowed, and click save. Then you redeploy your API implementation again. Let's just go right, and then that's it. So it's correctly set up. You can see from here. A Lambda integration is here. I generally thought it was an issue with the method type. Query string parameter city is there, and the mapping is here to city, mapped to city. So API gateway is currently connected to our Lambda function, and in our code, yeah, this is the front end. I've correctly mapped it directly to the API gateway URL. So let's test this. I've tested it already. So something California. Yeah, California temperature. Okay, Sydney. So right now it's still a local test, so I would update it by uploading this to my static website. I mean my S3 bucket, which will host it as a static website. So I'll be doing a walkthrough on creating the bucket from scratch and then uploading the file just to set it up afresh. So still weather info fetcher. Make sure block up public access is turned off for this bucket. I acknowledge. So other default settings like server-side encryption. So create bucket. Okay. So it has been successfully created a general purpose bucket. So let's upload our file. Files. This is the file index.html. Upload. Succeeded. Then make sure that static website hosting is enabled. Yes, the file is index, no, not error documents, index document, index.html, save. I think now we should be able to see. So, yeah, this is the link, but it won't work because we still have to modify permissions. So yes, this is, but yeah, bucket policy. Edit. Need any policy, so let's just generate and refresh. Type of policies and S3 bucket policy, and now just say get objects. Yeah, get objects. Yeah, all actions. I have to do /star for all objects. That statement. Generate policy. So copy this. I think that's right. Save changes. Okay. So I'm trying to refresh this. Yeah, we're good to go. So let's see. Which city haven't I tried? Let's say Abuja. So Abuja is city. Okay. So Abuja works. There's 2.42 degrees Celsius. As at now. Tokyo. So that's it. This is the end of the project. Hope you liked it, and it's very easy to deploy. Some of the resources I've kept, or the resources I use, the code and everything, I'll make them available on my GitHub page. Thank you for watching this short video.